Huh? Lucario だ。
Hey everyone, it's Mark. This is my recap for Pokémon Journeys episode 84, Lucarionite, a great adventure on Mega Island. This was the 1169th episode of the Pokemon anime. Nice. And I was so happy to have another new episode of Pokemon Journeys, so let's not waste any time and talk about a very notable episode. The episode starts really abruptly. We're already at the Shalor City gym. I guess Ash and Go are there to meet up with Korrina, but first they're watching a gym battle between her and this poor kid with a Quilladin. Obviously, Korrina and Mega Lucario win. Ash is fired up, and he tells his Lucario that Mega Evolution is the key to getting stronger. I mean, it's a way of getting stronger, not that Ash has ever attempted to use Mega Evolution before now. Anyways, everyone meets up after the battle, although Korrina is just weirdly roller skating around them in a circle. I don't know why, but the small detail made me laugh. I guess she was just still feeling the adrenaline from the gym battle or something like that. Gherkin, her grandfather, puts her back in her place, pointing out that she's really only just started behaving like a proper gym leader, whatever that means. He also congratulates Ash on making it into the Ultra class, so Korrina tells her Lucario that they better not fall behind. Yeah, I think they already have. I'd be pretty shocked if we saw Korrina in the World Coronation series again. Anyways, let's figure out why Ash wants to use Mega Evolution. He explains that he wants to use it in order to help win the World Coronation series, and then we get some flashbacks of Ash's Riolu watching Korrina's Mega Lucario back in episode 25. How cute was little Riolu, by the way? Okay, let's not get distracted. I didn't really like this as the explanation as to why Ash wanted to use Mega Evolution now, but I'll elaborate more on that in the review and discussion section. For now, we cut straight to the Tower of Mastery, where Korrina gifts Ash a Mega Glove, looking very similar to the style of gloves that he wore in XY. Lucario's aura immediately starts flaring up, and Go confuses this for Lucario preparing to Mega Evolve. Gherkin explains to him how Pokemon need a Keystone and their own Mega Stone in order to Mega Evolve, so Ash and Lucario can't use Mega Evolution until they get a Lucarionite. Fortunately, Lucario seems to sense something off in the distance, and they start to head towards that direction. Apparently, this place called Mega Island suddenly appeared one day. Now, that's quite the convenient explanation. Everyone is fired up about going to this place. Apparently, it's crawling with Pokemon capable of Mega Evolution as well, so that's cool. Once they arrive, Gherkin drops them off, which is a little disappointing. I would have liked to have seen Gherkin some more in this episode. So they immediately get into some hilarious hijinks trying to find the Lucarionite. Okay, really, most of this episode was not that dramatic if I'm being honest. I mean, even after they nearly fell off this cliff, it's not like it was even a massive drop to the ground by anime standards. I think they would have all been fine had they just let go. To get out of this jam, Pikachu sends out Dragonite and Flygon, and I certainly did not think this random shot that we saw in that special preview a month ago was going to happen now. I guess it was just Pikachu sending out Ash and Go's Pokemon all along. Of course, Go could have told Grookey to get his own Pokemon, but as we know, Grookey is the most useless Pokemon in the anime, so that wasn't going to happen. The Dragon types help them along until they run into a Pidgeot and Salamence fighting each other, which causes them to get split up into two groups because of these giant lily pad tree things. Ash and Korrina end up being fine, but Go and Lucario, well, they get trapped in some kind of volcanic area, and Go ends up sending out his Panpour in order to help him get to safety without burning alive. They eventually run into a Camerupt, and okay, this could be an issue. The wild Pokemon on this island have been pretty aggressive. Go better watch out. Oh, never mind. He just caught the Camerupt without a battle, and now they're back on their way. Once they are finally safe, they try to contact Ash, and while they might not have any phone signal, they do have an aura signal, and Ash is able to feel something coming from his Keystone. They actually mentioned earlier in the episode that once Ash put on the Mega Glove, it seemed to heighten Lucario's aura, so I guess aura will be pretty closely tied into their Mega Evolution bond. We get a great example of that here, as Ash and Lucario are able to sense one another through aura. I guess it's a little hard to tell if we're seeing this just from Lucario's perspective, just from Ash's perspective, or if both of them are able to see each other in this weird aura silhouette thing. Regardless, Korrina is impressed by their aura bond, and Ash and Lucario start heading towards the Lucarionite, since apparently they were both able to sense it. They meet up at this place that Korrina calls the Steel Forest, and Lucario breaks open this steel spike to uncover a Lucarionite, but before they can get it, the Lucarionite is being held by this guy, the Mega Evolution Evolution Sage. This rando Mega evolves his Alakazam, which has almost as impressive of a beard as its trainer. Now, I felt like there was pretty much no way that Ash and Lucario were going to be able to defeat a Mega Alakazam, but alright, let's see how this goes. Lucario ends up getting paralyzed by Tri-Attack, but is still pretty quickly able to reach the Lucarionite, much to the shock of the Mega Evolution Sage. This guy is kinda weird. The battle, if we can even call it that, immediately ends after this, with the Mega Evolution Sage revealing himself to be Gherkin. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Okay, in all honesty, it actually took me like halfway through this little battle to realize this was Gherkin all along, so fair play. This is very reminiscent of when Gherkin did basically the same thing by having Korrina take on a Blaziken as a test when she got her Lucarionite, so I guess this is just Gherkin's hobby or something like that. Also, someone double check me on this, but is Gherkin the first character in the main series anime to have Mega Evolved multiple Pokemon? We've seen him Mega Evolve his Lucario and his Alakazam, and I cannot think of any other trainer who has Mega Evolved multiple Pokemon outside of Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel, but I could be wrong there. The episode ends with the group headed back to the mainland when Ash gets notified that his next Ultra Class match will be against B, who is now up to 30th place in the World Coronation Series. Korrina is a little taken aback when she hears that Ash will be battling B, but that's really all we get from her. Ash and Lucario vow to win this one, and I guess we'll have to wait for that battle to actually get to see their Mega Evolution in action. I'm giving this episode an 8 out of 10 rating. We may still be waiting on that 10 out of 10 episode, but we did check off one bingo tile this week. Kind of went under the radar with everything else going on, but one of Ash's World Coronation Series opponents did return, although Korrina did not have too much to say about the competition herself. Which is fine, I guess. I don't particularly care about Korrina's progress in the World Coronation Series because I didn't even think we would see her again after episode 25, and I still don't think she's going to come back for another battle with Ash. She was just here to help him obtain Mega Evolution. Korrina's concern upon hearing that Ash was going to battle B was a nice callback to B saying that she defeated Korrina way back when, but we'll talk more about B later. Back to this episode, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 because it was good, but I think there is plenty to criticize with it as well. Like a lot of Journey's storylines, it was a little rushed. In this case, things like Lucario and Alakazam not having an actual battle was pretty underwhelming to me. It didn't really feel like much of a test if all Lucario had to do was jump and grab the Lucarionite. I also would have appreciated an opening scene at the Cerise lab where Ash came up with the idea to go to Kalos in the first place, since it seems so random to me that the episode already started in the Shalour City gym just out of the blue. I mean, it would have made way more sense for the episode to have started with Ash getting notified about his battle with B, and that would have been what led him to deciding that Mega Evolution was going to be a good way for him and Lucario to stand a chance of finally defeating their rivals. Instead, the episode gave us a pretty minimal explanation for Ash wanting to use Mega Evolution, but at least it was something. One of the coolest parts of this episode was the prominent role that Aura had. I guess we're finally going to be seeing more of Ash and Lucario's Aura bond whenever Ash puts those gloves on. I don't actually think Ash will be wearing those gloves full time from now on, but I said before that I couldn't care less whether Ash wears gloves or not, but I know some of you out there do for some reason. Anyways, the Mega Island adventure was fine. I think there could have been a little more challenge or drama included in the episode, but like I said before, they kind of had to rush things with everything going on in this episode. Oh well. It was still a cool episode, but I guess I kind of broke my own rule of going into an episode with high expectations. I guess I felt like Ash finally getting Mega Evolution would be a better told story than what we got here. Let's transition into talking about Ash vs B3. It will be number 64 versus number 30 in a 3-on-3 battle taking place in the Stow-on-Side gym in Galar. I'm not going to make a full preview video for this battle like I have previously, so I'll just give my quick thoughts. From what the preview showed, we don't know who Ash's third Pokemon is going to be. That could play a big role, or it may not. Either way, I think the battle will come down to Lucario versus Machamp, meaning that Ash and Lucario will have finally overcame B's grab locked. I guess this means that the battle will come down to Gigantamax versus Mega Evolution, and I have a feeling that Ash will win, but I actually want B to win this. I think it would be a little much for Ash and Lucario to have Mega Evolution mastered from the jump, and I kinda hope they don't just immediately defeat a Gigantamax Pokemon when Ash has not even done any Dynamax training himself. Let's save that for the Masters 8. On a related note, I'm assuming that Ash is just going to use Mega Evolution and nothing else in this battle, but I suppose he could just whip out his Z-Ring or Dynamax band if he wanted to, but I don't think that will happen. As per usual, I consider all future episode titles and especially episode summaries as spoilers, so really I don't know what's going to happen in this battle outside of what we saw in this preview, which wasn't a whole lot to be honest. Before we even get to that battle next week though, I do have plans on dropping a Halloween special this week, so I think you guys will enjoy that one. I have been really busy with work lately, so I do apologize that it's been a while since I've posted a video. One thing that I have changed about my channel recently that I wanted to announce was that I set up the memberships feature, so if you want to, you can donate some money to this channel if you have the means to do so, of course. I really want to stress that there is absolutely no pressure to sign up for this, so no worries if this is not your thing. I have kind of always thought in my head that if my channel ever got to something like, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers, then maybe I would start something like a Patreon, but in the meantime, I figured that I may as well turn on the memberships feature, and if literally no one signs up, then it's no big deal. And even if you don't want to click on the join button to become a channel member, I would recommend that you join my Discord server. That's totally free, and it's been a pretty wild place lately. Over there, you can hear me talk about my new job, how my fantasy football team has been doing, and the continuing story of these mice that I keep finding in my basement. This very review literally has been getting delayed because a mouse keeps coming waltzing into my basement while I'm trying to make this video, but that's another story. With all of that out of the way, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you thought about this episode, as well as your Ash vs. Bee predictions down in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.